Yes, so tonight we're playing our first game of Grim Noir, which is a gumshoe based game. It's an investigative game that pushes all the film noir buttons, but with a slight supernatural twist. Our characters are all going to be members of the police department. They are also members of a small group of people that are known as Reapers, and these people have the ability to see the supernatural. They can harvest the souls of the recently deceased and sell them to the agent of hell or the agent of heaven, depending on what kind of favor or what is it you want to get out of the transaction. Maybe it's just money. Maybe you want something else, but a bit of supernatural help with a problem. So our characters, being film noir archetypes, they are not necessarily the good guys. They are potentially morally grey. They are probably damaged or broken individuals. And it probably, even if they win, the win is probably going to have a bitter taste to it, as is the nature of such things. And our group here will start in the police department. They have been formed as part of a task force that was put together a few months ago to track down somebody that the press are referring to as the Razor Man, who has committed numerous murders within the city within the last few months. And with that, I guess we'll kick out. Do any questions from anybody before we begin? Except for how do I get out of this chicken shit outfit? I won't tolerate that. Does anybody have anything they'd like to throw at me? Just so because I've probably forgotten to tell you something. That's
I just want to say cool black and white overlays. It's freaking awesome.
You know what? I wanted to say this looks fantastic. I didn't. Yeah, we got Tony on production this evening, and she's done a splendid job with this. It looks amazing. Love it. And we're going to step back just a few months as Chief Clyde Fisher gave you this little pep talk. All right, listen up. The press are calling him the Razor Man. City Hall's loving it. Makes for a tidy headline. Truth is, we don't even know if there's one guy. Could be 3, could be 10. Different precincts had different buddies turning up with the same knife work. Some bright sparking records cross-reference the reports, and bam! Suddenly we've got ourselves a serial killer and a task force to match. The mayor wants results, the commissioner wants quiet, and I want to get through one night without a goddamn reporter in my lobby. So, you know the drill. Keep your heads down, keep the cameras off, and if anyone asks, tell them the Razor Man bleeds like anybody else. And so, that was maybe 4 months ago. And so far, you've had no real joy with this particular case. None of the killings seem to have been connected in any way other than for the fact that they have this, that they've been stabbed in particular locations. Like in the eyes, in the ears, in the back, near the kidneys, and on both wrists. There's no real reason for it. Maybe it's something ritualistic. You have no idea. And you've been sitting, going over some of these reports. There hasn't been a killing for a while. But you've been going over these reports, any of the autopsy reports and lab reports, whatever, that have been of the murders that have occurred already. and it's been strangely quiet, but you've had no leads. And then the phone rings on Jimmy Beneventi's desk. And did you want to... I mean, these are all pre-generated characters, and the players probably haven't really seen them before, but is there anything you'd like to say about Jimmy before we start? A little introduction or a description?
I'm a grizzled old detective. Been on the force for too many years. Too much pain. The nights are there, the days are there, souls are there. This Razor Man, he's vexed us. It's totally and utterly unusual. And in this shit dog town, unusual is unusual. I spent too many nights away from the wife. Oh shit. I want to get back to my workshop. Making a table, but that's on hold. Razor Man's here. We gotta take him out. He bleeds. It's what the captain said. He bleeds. So far, he's not done much bleeding. A bleeding hell will get him. One way or the other. We'll get him.
Cool. And your phone is ringing away on your desk in front of you. It's not rung for a while.
I'll pick it up.
Okay.
Detective Benevetti.
Detective. This is Officer Casper Blake. I'm from Patrol at the Bloat. I think we got one, sir. I think you might need to get down here.
Thanks, Blake. The Bloat, you say?
Yeah.
Bloat.
Harrow Ellie. Yeah.
We'll be there. Thank you very much. Make sure you seal the area off. Don't let any snoops in there, no reporters. Keep the cameras away. We need to see what's going on.
And he hangs up.
I kind of look around the office, looking for my colleagues.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, the Bloat. Hellhole. Poverty, crime, and desperation. It's a good place for a crime. I shall look for my colleagues.
Yes, and I guess they wouldn't be too far away. I imagine your desks are fairly close together. In fact, you've probably been given a separate little office. Maybe it's an old evidence room or something like that. So you're all kind of sat there, and you're aware of your colleagues looking at you pensively after you take the call. Perhaps they even heard some of what was going on, what Casper Blake was saying. So, that means we can introduce our other two characters here. We have a junior detective, an officer who has recently graduated from the police academy. That would be Nicholas Goldman. And once again, you're under no pressure to say anything much about this character, but if you would like to mention a few words about Nicholas Goldman, that's entirely up to you. But sure. Like I say, no pressure.
I can. I am fresh out of the academy, so I'm kind of bright and fresh, looking to make a good impression. Quite kind of passionate and do actually believe in kind of justice. I've got this kind of, probably everybody maybe laughs behind their back about my aspirations to maybe save people or whatever, but I'm also pretty bright and know all the kind of latest techniques and forensic techniques, because I'm just out of the fresh out of the academy, so I know all the up-to-date stuff.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you very much. And then the third member of the team is Eliza Donati, who is actually, I guess, on like a kind of secondment, a lawyer who has been drafted in to assist with this particular case. And I think, Eliza, you probably are under the impression that you're here maybe just to make sure that the police are following this thing up correctly, and that perhaps corruption has been there's been a little bit of a byword in the legal circles when it's been referring to the police force, and so you probably feel that that's what your purpose is here. But the truth is that Mr. Beneventi, Detective Beneventi here, has requested you because he knows that you are a Reaper, like the other, like Nicholas and himself. So, did you want to say a few words about Eliza? Like I say, no pressure, but
No, I have a little something.
Okay, cool.
So Eliza, sharp as a blade in the courtroom, but with every win comes a price. There's sleepless nights, a bottle in the desk, deals inked in blood with agents. Officially, she's here to keep the cops honest. Unofficially, she's the one who knows, who wants to know how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Interesting. Fantastic. Yeah, were you finished, or did you have anything else to say there, Tony? Sorry,
No,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's it.
Great.
Just a couple of sentences.
Fantastic. So, you've been given the address of this location, the bloat. It's an alleyway. The bloat is it is a very run-down area. It's probably a lot of the poor are part of the bloat. There's a bunch of different areas of the city that have a bad reputation. You have the bloat, you have the sprawl, and you have Riverside, which is generally where a majority of the lowlifes, if you like, or what you might consider to be the lowlifes, will be found. And the bloat and this the alley that you've been given the address for is probably about half an hour away from the precinct, the station where you are. This station is in an area known as downtown, which is where you would find most of the municipal structures, city hall, things of that nature. And so you get into the old jalopy, the car, and you drive out to the location. Is there anything that anybody wanted to do before you went, or are we just going to jump to that?
Just go.
Yeah.
Snick,
I like it.
Snick a
Yeah.
out of the desk before I go.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Okay, so it's raining, as it always is in these things, and headlights, they cut through the drizzle. You see the alley yawning between two leaning tenements. Brickwork is slick black grime, and you see Officer Casper Blake. He's cordoned off the area. He's not let anybody in. In fact, there's hardly anybody really around. Nobody really seems to have noticed. It's kind of gone under the radar. And as you approach him, he gestures you to follow him, lifts up the cordon, and leads you down into the alley, where you find a man in a fine suit. He's kind of sat crumpled up beside this upright trash can, the rain running down his face like tears. Steam is hissing from a nearby vent. And as he sweeps his flashlight across the scene, you can make out these shards, small fragments of broken glass, lie scattered in an area about 10 feet from the body, glittering like broken ice in the beam. And the night smells of rust, refuse, and blood. So, what would you like to do, folks? You're at the scene.
Go and look at the body and try and ascertain the wound that killed him.
Okay. Yes. All right. So you head over to the body. Perhaps you have a good look around him without moving the body or touching. You can see there are multiple stab wounds on this. What I'll do, I'll show you what would have been shown on the autopsy. You already know what to expect because that's the modus operandi. So, let me show this. Oh. So you should be able to see that. We'll put it. So these are multiple stab wounds, 8 of them, which is common, which is basically the Razor Man's calling card, if you like.
I didn't realise that all the stab wounds were all together in, in each victim. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's so. There've been reports that it's some kind of ritualistic thing. Like all the stories that we've hear about Jack the Ripper and stuff like that. Who is examining the body? Sorry, is it just Nick, Jimmy, Mr. Benevent?
Jimmy will probably be there. Maybe he's subconsciously kind of hiding the body away by using his body in the way to stop Miss Donnelly maybe being too shocked and too scared.
Okay. Have a quick look. So, as you're taking a look at this yourself, I guess the first thing that you notice is the soul of this person is gone. Yeah, that's kind of the first thing you notice. And the way the body is lying, it doesn't look quite right. But you're not sure why from your vantage point. Not too far away, you can see, and you're quite fortunate because as it's still raining, you notice there is almost like a trail. You barely saw it until perhaps Casper's, Officer Blake's flashlight swept across the scene, sighting few dark patches in the rainwater on the floor, and you notice it's maybe it's like the body has been moved. It's been dragged here. This isn't the place where this person necessarily.
Did you say there was some broken glass nearby?
Oh, there is some broken glass. It's about 10 feet away. Yeah.
That's where I was going to head towards.
Okay. Sure. You go look at the broken glass. Is Eliza wanting to do anything in particular?
I was looking for anyone else around here because obviously we got a call from somebody. So
you got a call from the policeman, Officer Blake, who's there. He's the guy that called.
Blake, right?
He's called it in. Okay. Yeah. And he'll explain that he was just doing his routine. He's a beat cop, so he was doing his rounds, and because basically stumbled across this scene.
Okay.
So he's got no real idea how long the body has been. Well, he's just, as soon as he found it, he noticed the injuries and called it in to you guys.
Okay. So I'll just chat with him about that, but then I'll do my lawyer in and just ask him the same questions in different ways, just to you're trying to through his timeline,
okay,
and all that sort of stuff, and where did he go to, like, make the phone call, How far away was that? Was he inside? Did you see anybody around? Just that sort of questions. But
Yeah.
you know, it's a really smarmy way of asking it again with different verbiage.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't seem to notice that you're doing that, and you get the impression that this is he's an honest guy, and his answers are consistent each time he refers. He's just a plain old beat cop. He was doing his rounds. At this, he stumbled across this and immediately cordoned off the area and called in you guys after seeing the injuries on this general.
Okay.
Okay. Nicholas. Yeah, there's some small fragments of glass that are scattered in a fairly localized area, about 10 feet away from the body.
Okay. Is there any indication of where they came from? Like, I look at the windows nearby. Can you tell what kind of glass it is? Like, is it shaped or just bits of?
Yeah, because you've got things like forensics, haven't you? I think as a skill. So I believe you have that as an ability. So,
I can see a lot of clues, by the way.
Yes,
I'm not going to look.
That shouldn't be there.
Yeah, I'll close that.
Yeah, why is that? Shouldn't be doing it. Annoying.
Probably inherited permissions on you.
It's annoying. Yeah, okay. I think I know why it is. So what I'll do, I'm going to drop that into your journal, player.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know that that's the deal. So we'll share that. Yeah, and as you examine this, maybe it's coloration or something like that. You've used chemistry before. There's traces of zirconium, which is generally used in camera flash bulbs.
Interesting.
And it's localized, like a camera flash bulb was just broken here.
Yep.
Yeah.
10 feet away. It's not.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have anything that we would we normally? I don't know. It's the 40s, isn't it? Would you bag it in some way, or?
I think we'll have something. I don't know.
Little
what it would be.
envelopes. Little envelopes is what they use.
Little envelopes for yeah.
I've got evidence collection, you see, as a skill. So
yeah, I think you've
I'm
definitely
going
going
the
to have
process.
Absolutely. We just assume that you guys know what you're doing. You are professional. Yeah, and so that's what Nicholas finds. Was anybody else wanting to?
So I'm examining the body.
Yes.
The previous victims, did they all have 8 wounds? Or were they all in the same place?
Roughly the same place. Yeah, I mean the eyes and the ears are definite.
So I'm just curious because on the image that we're seeing there's 2 ears, 2 eyes, a neck, 2 wrists, and 2 in the back.
Yeah.
Which is 9, not 8.
That's kind of because I can't count.
Oh, that's okay then. That's right. That's okay. As long as you can't count. Okay.
I got carried away, clearly. Ignore the one on the neck then, maybe. Yeah.
Ignore the one on the neck. Okay, that's fine. Just fine. So have the eyes been removed or just stabbed?
Stabbed. Yeah. And the same with the ears. It's like a knife. And it's quite a large blade as well. So it's not like a switchblade or something, narrow, a stiletto or anything like that. It's like a much larger wound. Yes. Right.
Okay. So,
There's something about the way this body is laying that is bothering. You can't quite figure out what it is.
well, apart from the fact it was dragged here.
You know that it was dragged here, yeah, to this location. And you can... There is a trail. This thing does lead. You can make out the... perhaps you call out to Blake to shine his torch over that flashlight, and you can see, the darker patches. Clearly blood. That has slightly been washed away by the rain, but you can make out there's this trail that leads a little bit further down the alley.
Kind of, down on, effectively on one knee, kind of lights a fresh cigarette up. Just looking inside for a wallet or any sort of personal items.
And are you searching anywhere in particular for this, or just in the general?
Side pockets, trouser pockets, back pocket, that sort of thing. I take it.
Okay.
Is he wearing a suit, or is he wearing? What sort of?
He's wearing a suit. It looks
wearing a
quite
suit
expensive as well. Yeah, it would be a very well dressed man. In fact, maybe you the way because of the injuries, maybe you don't recognize him, but Eliza might. You find some keys, some house keys, by the way, in the gentleman's pocket of his jacket.
Keys.
Yes.
Miss Donnelly. This man looks like a businessman of some description. Is he someone notable in the city? Just a worker? Suit seems too nice. We got some house keys here, but no wallet.
I will walk over, finish making a couple of notes. I'll walk over and take a look at him at the scene in full view, I guess. And as I'm walking over, I will turn to Jimmy and just like, that officer, that Blake, he seems a good one, so to speak.
This place, that's a rarity.
Yeah. And I'll go over and look at him, the body.
Yeah. Okay. So, the guy's a bit of a mess. I'm actually wondering if I should make you all make stability. But you've heard about you've been doing investigating a while, so go on. You know what? Let's do it just so we can make a roll within the first half an hour.
Okay. What role do you want?
Stability, if you would, Saz. So if you click on stability, it's a general skill on your character.
Okay.
You can spend some points if you wish, but if you fail, you will lose those points of stability and any that I choose to. Okay, Jimmy has succeeded.
Rolling. Sorry.
Eliza has not succeeded in her stability test. And Nicholas has. So, Eliza, you're going to lose 4 points of stability. This guy's face is a mess. You can just use a little grid bit and knock him. Yes, and he's obviously a large blade of some kind has been inserted into his eyes. Blood is running down his face from this. The face is a picture of agony. But you recognize this gentleman. And if you wish to spend a point of high society, I'll tell you who he is. If you wish to.
Well, what the hell? I've got 1 point of high society. I might as well spend it.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Somebody wants to. Okay, yeah. So if you click on high, there you go. Okay. So Jimmy, you know, this guy's been in the papers a lot of late. His name is Robert Ferguson. He's a property developer and philanthropist. And there's been a lot of talk about him redeveloping the bloat to make it a much better area to live in. And yeah, you're pretty damn sure that's who this guy is.
Guy's name's Ferguson, property developer and a philanthropist. He wants to do some work down on the bloat. Someone don't like that. I don't know much else about him.
Yeah.
Goldman, what did you get over there? Anything interesting?
Yeah, I found some broken glass. Seems to come from a camera flash. I was going to ask.
Nobody came here. I swear to God, I didn't let anybody in.
I was going to ask him. So no reporters, no.
Nobody. I called you straight away from the phone box around the corner. I didn't lose sight of the alleyway.
The glass there. You noticed before you made the call, or don't you remember?
I don't. I don't think I looked, Detective.
It's okay, Officer.
I just saw the body.
It's okay.
Okay, his face looks a little relieved. He was almost on the verge of panic.
So we have to. So maybe this is already going to the papers. Gonna have to be careful.
Possibly. Well, whatever happens, some blood stains over there we need to look at. Otherwise, we go down to Ferguson's house, see what these house keys let us into. But first, let's see if we can get find out what happened with this blood. He was dragged here. Dry blood.
Was he
over
dragged
there.
from the direction of the glass? Or from a different direction?
From further down the alley. You're looking at the body there, Nicholas, and you can see the way it's laying. There's something odd about the body.
Can I? I'll say, has anybody noticed? Is kind of lying weird. I'll go up and maybe move him.
Definitely something strange about it. That's for sure. But
yeah.
Do I know what's weird about it? Or no?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think you may. What's wrong?
What roll? Sorry.
No, you don't need to roll. I don't
need to roll
because you've got medicine. I think as one of your abilities.
I do. Yeah.
So I think what you notice about is that the way it's laying, this body is suffering from multiple fractures. And I guess if you moved part of it, you feel it like some of the bones almost grinding and cracking as you move them. Like this body has been effectively shattered. And his neck is definitely broken.
Multiple fractures here. It's not just been stabbed.
Goldman, without any sort of autopsy or anything like that, can you tell if he was broken-bodied before he was stabbed, or he was stabbed before his body got broken?
That is a very interesting question. And looking at as the detective mentions this, Nicholas, you can see, perhaps you open the shirt a little bit to see, the eyes or whatever. Yeah, you're right. That the blood hasn't run out like it would normally have done. These stab wounds are post-mortem. He was already dead when he was stabbed. And the only time you think you've seen injuries like this on a guy, like the broken bones, is maybe from somebody who has been hit by a truck traveling at speed or something. He's a mess.
Could the dragging not be dragging? Could he have been crawled or pushed by the? Like, could the vehicle have hit him here? Or
no, I don't think
No.
so. I think what you
this
will
probably the tire
notice,
tracks, I guess, but
yeah, I think what you've probably would realise well is that he's obviously been sat upright, almost posed in this position.
does maybe the camera is from the killer? Pausing the body,
Possibly.
taking pictures.
I think. Was there anything in the reports previous about glass?
Absolutely nothing. This victim is the first one you've seen that all of the bones have been broken,
Yeah.
like in this way.
So
And it actually, there's another thing, perhaps, possibly not the first one where the knife injuries have been post-mortem, though.
That was going to be my question. Do we
Yeah.
know about the other bodies being dead beforehand?
Some of them, I think, possibly have. Yeah. You know that because a lot of the crimes that are committed in places like the Bloat Riverside and the Sprawl, etc., that they're not necessarily investigated in quite as rigorously as some that might be killed in downtown or the Height. And so perhaps some of the autopsy reports have missed certain elements. There's things like that, like the post-mortem injuries. And that wouldn't be unheard of. If it's
Could have
just
died from something less obvious.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
could have died from something
the
less obvious,
stabbing-
and then yeah, and just coroner, knowing where the area of the body's come from, just assumes some lowlife ran into the wrong people one night, got dead.
okay. And
Sorry.
is the soul being missing something that like we would all instantly notice? Is that something?
Yes. Yeah, you
we're
would
able to
you would
see?
all know because you guys can see these things and can reap them obviously to you can harvest them for favors or cash or whatever you want to do. You've probably all done it before. It would be, I don't know, maybe it would be a little bit of a shameful thing to admit. Obviously, you may not have killed anybody yourself, but you may have encountered some other poor unfortunates, or perhaps you've offered something else up in favor for to do the. But yeah, the soul has gone. Is the killer a reaper? You don't.
Do the souls leave normally, like after a period of time?
Well, I think they kind of become like ghosts, so they'll wander the area. Some of them probably not even realizing that they're dead, and carry on doing their normal day-to-day stuff, like Bruce Willis in Sixth Sense. Oh, have I just spoiled that film for
spoiled
everybody?
it,
God damn it! So you might find that kind of thing occurring. So the body may not stay, the ghost may not stay here, the spirit soul may not stay here. It may wander off, doing its normal day-to-day routine.
Okay.
Okay, so we know this guy is Ferguson. Has there been any recent scandal or anything of that nature involving Mr. Ferguson? We know he was a property developer, and he wanted to, use his wealth to redevelop a particularly nasty part of the city. But is there any scandal in the
None.
papers?
I mean, the guy so far, is squeaky clean. There's been no... you know that this is going to upset a lot of people higher up. This guy is well known, well connected. He has a lot of support from City Hall because of his, for his plans to do this kind of rejuvenation, this renovation project, or these various renovation projects. So it seems either he was incredibly unlucky, being in the bloat for a start. It's a bit weird for a guy of his caliber, but that he was planning to develop it. So maybe it's not too far from reason.
Okay. Yeah. So, we need to figure out where this happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we head towards where the dried bloodstains are, further in the alleyway, and let's see if we can identify how far this body was dragged along here, or if it was dragged from within a building or anything like that.
Okay, so you follow these. You get Officer Blake along. He shines his flashlight down as you tell him, and he's like, "You see something, Detective?"
Just make sure no one else sees the body. Let us do the detective work.
Sure. He hands you his flashlight and
Thank you.
Heads back to the end of the alley. Stop anybody nosing, if you like.
Okay.
And as you follow these, this trail, it eventually ends up a little further down into the back, towards the back of the alley. There are... it's quite narrow, and these walls just extend upward several stories above you on both sides. There is like a dumpster at the end of it, and what looks like the trail seems to end at the wall, around which there's a pile of broken brick and masonry that seems to be kind of laying scattered around this small area where the body was originally, or you assume.
This might be the murder scene. As in,
the masonry though, that's
the wall.
Strange. Shine the torch around.
Okay. You don't see anything here. The torchlight doesn't extend far enough if you shine it above. It's about 5 or 6 stories high one side, and maybe a couple of stories higher on the other. You can't really see anything. The torch doesn't extend that far up, for example. You don't see any damaged brickwork.
Sorry. Yeah, I misunderstood there. Yeah. So we think that the no, it's not you. I think I misheard. So the masonries we think may have come down. Can we? Is there any fire escapes?
There would be fire escapes on some of these buildings. Some of those old wrought iron things look a little bit rickety. They're quite rusty here, but you could probably, between a couple of you, at least reach the ladder to drop the ladder down and make your way up the fire escape to the top of the building.
What do you think, Beneventi? Should we?
Well, then why don't you take a look up the fire escape? I kind of clutch my side.
Yes.
Send the young one up.
Youth is always better in these things than us old men.
Right.
Besides, I better stay here and look after Miss Donnelly, make sure nothing happens to her.
Yeah, what does Miss Donnelly want to do, actually? Is there anything that she would like to do at this moment? Or, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from going up the fire escape if you want to.
Broad in that skirt.
Just don't look upward. Don't shine your light up there.
No, I think I would just I'd want to have just a more in-depth look down here, I think, before going up. Just for anything, like if there's any more glass, or like if for argument's sake, if it got caught in somebody's, because there's obviously something, the picture was taken, but it's whether it was taken after it was found by the police. Because currently I'm thinking that the glass is broken because the officer stumbled upon him and they had to like quickly go away. So I'm looking for any bits, little shards of glass maybe, that would like fall out of a shoe, so to speak.
Okay. Are you just doing a search of the area?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, before I head up, I just want to see if there's anything to say that somebody else came this way rather than he was dragged away from it. You know, if they had to come this way to leave the area.
What have we got here in terms of a... Oh,
I don't really have much.
not in that regard. No. Okay. So you begin just sweeping the area. You see the glass that Officer Goldman noticed. Well, actually, you scooped it up into an evidence bag, but you don't see that. Yeah, there's nothing else there that would lead you indicate there was this person, somebody had left a trail of glass or anything behind them.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I
Okay.
am sorry.
Yeah, so I think I'd be plan to head up. Just like, I just give Jimmy a pat on the back. I just like gestured up the alley, like, go on then, keep an eye out, and then I'll head up.
Yeah, okay, so you start climbing up.
Turn my back away from her as she climbs up.
So yeah, is Beneventi doing anything while they're climbing this fire escape? Is there anything you want to do?
Kind of stood there, and he's... Damn, these modern bros, they want to do all the things the boys do. Jeepers. Lights up a cigarette. Give me a heart attack if I looked. I'm too old for this shit. I'm just gonna start. I'll start looking around with a torch at the ground and just search for anything else that, you know, maybe not obvious. Just, you know, glancing across things several times. Okay. You know, not slowly, but, you know, just seeing if something pops in.
Yeah, sure. So I think as you're looking around, you lift up the lid of the trash can next to the body, and laying on the top there, you find a wallet.
Okay. Is it the victim's wallet?
You open it up, and there's a driver's license inside, and there's a photograph as well. And it does appear to be the victim's wallet. And so yeah, you find the driver's license, which has his address, and he's obviously a wealthy man. So you're not entirely surprised to see that his address is listed as being in the Heights, which is the exclusive area where all the well-to-do. And I will stick that in your journal.
I'll look at the keys. Is there any sort of identifying markings or anything on the keys?
There's nothing on the keys, no. But
okay,
you know, they are house keys, quite clearly, not car keys or anything like that. So, yeah, and you notice there is still money in the wallet, still cash.
I'll count how much money's in there.
There's probably maybe $50.
Okay. For this time period, that's, pretty substantial. So it wasn't a robbery then. What a surprise. I kind of closed the wallet up and put it in my pocket. The long coat pockets.
Yeah.
Just take just take a kind of glance up and make sure they've got to the top, and I'm okay to look up now, and I'm not going to see anything that
you can perhaps hear the fire escape creaking periodically as they make their ascent. And you climb up. It's about 5 stories, I think, until you arrive at the top of the building. And as you, I'm assuming you're going to have some kind of flashlight, Goldman, as you sweep it across the roof. All the things you would normally expect to see, except there is a hat laying on the roof.
Okay. I was just checking the wallet picture to see if we had. Underneath. Okay.
The victim, by the way, I could actually, victim, because he's quite well known. This Robert Ferguson. He looks like. Try it. That's the fella.
Okay.
I check the hat, and I'll have a look, like inside or something. See if, can you tell who made it or something like that? Would it be?
Yeah, it's got
quality hat or something.
It's obviously tailored, and it matches the guy's suit, so you know that this is from the victim. So, yeah, clearly he was up here at some point.
Yep. So I'll say to Eliza, this is Ferguson's hat. So it matches with the theory that he's fallen or pushed off here. Yeah. Cool. There's 2 clues up here.
Yeah, all you gotta do is find them. Kind of up on the rooftop. Obviously the hat is now soaked through. The rain has been falling steadily, and it's been here. Well, maybe not too long, but it's soaked.
Yeah.
So now we gotta think: was he up here alone, or was he meeting someone here? Is there like an access from inside the building, access door?
Yeah, I guess there would be. But it is locked when you try the door. It doesn't appear to be.
Yeah.
Or would it? No, it wouldn't. No, it is open.
Okay.
So I'm talking bullshit. Yeah, no, it's open, and as you kind of open it, you see some stairs leading down. It's all very, very typical of these kind of apartment blocks, if you like. The stairs that lead up onto the roof.
Yeah.
For maintenance access, the like. Yeah, that's all perfectly normal. But yes, it does lead down into the. Somebody could easily have walked up here.
Was there a back door downstairs, or was it just the fire escape? Did it lead to the front of the building, opposite the alley?
I think there's just the fire escape.
Okay.
Access to the building will.
Okay. So what do you think? The guy of this stature just.
Well, he must have been meeting someone here, I think.
Yeah.
Why, no evidence to suggest that. Well, I'll have a look around. Actually, is there any evidence that they were like no one would come up here normally, right? There's nothing up here that you would.
No, it's kind of more
it's not like
maintenance. Maybe somebody might come up here for
like
yeah,
a smoke or whatever. I was thinking, like,
yeah,
is there,
maybe,
you know?
Yeah, maybe, but you know, back in the 40s, you could have smoked indoors. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
But yeah, people might just come up here to just get away from things for a while, to look down over the city. You sweep your torch around your flash around the rooftop, and that's when you see something odd on the opposite wall of the building on the opposite side of the alley, which I say is a couple of stories higher than the one you're standing. Yeah. It makes you think of the masonry and the broken brick.
Ah, yes.
That's fallen down the street.
There's nothing on this roof. Is we can't see anything on this roof. It's broken. No.
No. It's on on the wall opposite the from where you are.
But the hat's on this roof.
Yeah, but the hat's on this roof. Let me see if I can show you what. There is. No, I can't because I can't remember.
How far away is the hat from the edge coming from that building?
It's probably maybe 5 or 10 feet. I'm sticking this image into your journal. See.
Oh. So is that on the opposite building to us? Right.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. That was not what I thought was going to.
Like he was flung there.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'll point the torch at it and shout down. Say, Mr. Beneventi, can you see this
What
here?
I see it from where I am.
It's not great. It's not a great angle that you're at, but yeah, you can just make out, and it's right above where this debris is on the floor.
Found his hat. He was definitely up here. Looked like he's been slammed into the wall somehow.
So he didn't jump then?
No, that was my original thought, but no.
Now, from our knowledge dealing with angels or devils, now it's going to be obviously. So are they ridiculously much stronger than us?
You've not heard of like angels and demons or anything quite like that. What you do know is there are these agents, and nobody really messes with them, and you're not sure if it's kind of out of respect, like like gangsters would never, there's certain gangsters you wouldn't mess with them just because of who they are. You've never heard of anybody getting into a fight with any of these agents, for example, and there's only like 3 of them in the entire city. You've got Mr. Heatley, Mr. Sullivan, and they both are agents of heaven. But most people deal with Mr. Heatley, and then there's Mr. Hall, who is the agent of hell, and he's quite an imposing looking guy. You kind of think mob boss when you see him, but he's not. You've never heard of anybody getting into a fight with him.
Okay.
These guys, they don't need to do that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. It's just
Forgotten for a second about the supernatural bit.
Yeah.
Just trying to think of a rational explanation.
yeah, because I mean, in my mind, it went straight to, he made a deal to help make this place better and to give himself more power or something. But he did something to piss him off.
Somebody doesn't want that to happen. The renovation or whatever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter what the detail is, I suppose. He's somebody doesn't like what he's doing, and
Yeah. Maybe for that it's just because like looking at it, does it look like it could be done by like if it a person of his size and stature was thrown against this wall? Does it look like any sort of human?
I mean,
even if they were hench as fuck, could they yeet it?
Yes, I mean, if you're looking at the damage on the wall, it looks like something has been hurled at it with force. And I think, Nicholas, you would realise, like, the damage to the body, I say, it's like he was hit by a truck.
Yeah. There's no way it's been slammed in there by throwing or jumping.
No human could have done that. No, that's pretty certain. But you've never heard of any agents of heaven or hell performing acts like this, carrying out an act like this too.
And what about other people like us, I guess, with like some abilities? How
I mean, you don't have those kind of things, but maybe somebody could have made a deal. Somebody could have made a deal and has gained some kind of power. That kind of thing you would understand. And so perhaps that would be something you would be considering or thinking of. Yeah. And that would make perfect sense.
I'm wondering, there's kind of two aspects now, which is the murder of Ferguson a separate event to the kind of stabbing ritual murders that we've seen, and is that other person going after people that are already dead, like us, I guess?
Yeah. I mean, and that's a reasonable thing to assume, and I think it would kind of make sense to you. However, trying to convince like mundanes, if you like, of that would be a difficult prospect. But yes, I mean that could be something that you'd be thinking about.
How do we take souls or harvest souls for trade?
So I think you have to encounter the spirit or the soul of this thing in some way, and you have like just an innate ability. You can absorb them into yourself, and you carry them around with you, and then just dispense them when you know somebody wants it. They don't have any control or anything once you absorb them.
It's like putting them in your pocket,
they're just
but
there.
just a supernatural.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So it's not like we as Reapers have a ritual to follow to accept these kills. Okay.
Unless you want to describe one for me, in which case that becomes canon.
I mean, it's just like if that's how it happens, I suppose like everyone would probably have their own personal ritual.
Yeah, I think that would make sense.
It was if this was some long-winded bastardization of a ritual.
Oh yeah, so you're thinking like the stabbing or whatever might be some kind of ritual to. You've never seen anything like that before. Nobody. You've certainly never had to interfere with a body.
Right.
To absorb the soul. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
So.
Okay.
Is there anything that Mr. Beneventi is wanting to do while this is happening?
I'm kind of just waiting for my colleagues to come down because they've been up there a while. You're still alive up there.
Yes. So I think that that's probably the things that they find. They find Ferguson. Obviously, his hat is up there. There is what looks to be some kind of severe impact on the wall of the opposite side of the alley.
Yeah.
And our Mr. Ferguson's body shattered into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, I'm happy to go back down.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, head back down.
Absolutely. Okay.
I wonder if there's any leads in the building. Like, would anybody maybe have seen Ferguson come in?
See. Oh yeah, that's like that's police work, isn't it? Going and knocking on doors.
Yeah.
To ask.
What time is it currently?
It's probably by now maybe 10 p.m.
Okay.
something like that. So the sun was probably going down as you left the police station. It's about I think it's about June time that this is all occurring. You had a bit of light when you first arrived, but yeah, it's long gone. It's about 10 p.m.
Fair. Okay.
So we found its hat, damage to the wall to indicate he didn't jump. I found money in his wallet. It's not a robbery. We got his keys to his house. I think we need to go to his house next.
In
Yep.
any of the social information, did he have a family or just a wife or anything?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
No, there's no connections like that.
Yeah.
The sort of man with several broads on the go, but no scandal. Must be playing it cool and with money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think it was definitely meeting somebody up there, but I feel they might have gone back through the building, but it might be worth seeing who owns those buildings and how we managed to get access all the way up to the roof.
Yeah, the meeting on the roof suggests that they're, not from here or...
More than likely he owned the building. He's a property developer,
Yeah,
a philanthropist.
Yeah, rather than living here is what I mean. And
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe we'll
Ferguson
get some of the
definitely does
beat
not live here.
ups. Yeah. Oh no. Whoever he was meeting, I was thinking, but again, probably not meeting some random person who lives in these apartments.
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to head to his house first.
Yeah, I think so. And that's probably the best plan.
Yeah. All right.
As we
So, yeah, go ahead.
as we got past, I was has any more officers arrived, or was it literally just he called us and that's it? This Blake.
If you wanted to call more in, then they would certainly. Then they could. I mean, they got to get rid of the body.
We need to deal with the body.
Yeah, because it's just us passing, just let it say up on the roof, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's assume then that there's a couple of more officers that arrived, and they're dealing with all of that stuff. Obviously, you can tell them if you wanted to, they could go door to door and try and get.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, leave it to them. Just basically ask around, and if either they find something or don't, right?
Yeah. So that will take some time. In the meantime, you're going to head off to the exclusive area known as the Height. Yeah.
Okay.
We will all jump across to the Heights. We can see the various different areas of the city. The bloat being over here, obviously. The Heights being outside of the city. And this is where, the wealthy all have their residencies. There is a casino out here as well.
Sorry.
It's not.
No,
Okay.
it's still on the rooftop. There we go.
I think you can click on the map, can't you?
You can.
Oh, okay.
I've allowed you access to the map whenever you want it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So yeah, the layout even of the map shows you like the lack of roads. That this is one of those places with the big houses in big grounds and stuff, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh god, yeah.
definitely are. But Detective Beneventi, you have the address of Robert Ferguson.
We do.
I mean,
So
his
we
driving
will, we'll drive directly to the address.
Cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so it has a rather mansion. And does our Mr. Ferguson. Well, the rain is still falling as you make your way up the winding roads, up into the heights. It sits above the city. Like the people up here are trying to forget that the city exists. It's definitely a place for the rich and powerful. Large mansions with gated yards, and the city's casino can be found. The ride up there takes time, elevating you above the city. And you pull up outside of this rather extravagant gated mansion. That is the address found on Ferguson's Drive.
We should approach the doorway and knock on the door first.
Okay. So as you make your way up towards the door, you notice that the door is open. Somebody is standing there talking to what looks like a butler or manservant of some kind. The other person is a woman. And as you approach, they both, the butler looks across at you, raises an eyebrow, and then the woman looks around, and you can see she looks upset. Well, maybe she's been crying. You're not sure.
I take it this woman is young and in quite an expensive sort of dress type thing, fine clothes, hair and makeup done perfection.
Not quite.
Oh, okay.
She's relatively young, but she's dressed quite like a professional, like a bit like Miss Donati.
Okay.
I'll walk up.
Okay.
Miss Detective Benevetti.
And you can see that she seems a little bit flustered. Detective, is something wrong? And the manservant, he looks across at you. Detective, is everything all right? Can I help you? Oh, you're muted, I think. Strain, you've...
Miss, you are Miss...
Crow. Amanda Crow.
Miss Crow. Do you happen to know Mr. Ferguson?
Miss Crow works for City Hall, sir. She is acquainted with Mr. Ferguson on a professional level. Really? The manservant says that, you see, she was quite tensed up, and then she kind of relaxes slightly as this butler says that.
You, my good man, are
Keating, sir.
Keating.
I am Mr. Ferguson's manservant. Can I be of assistance? Mr. Ferguson is not at home currently.
I know he's on his way to the morgue right now.
He barely bats an eyelid when you say that. But Miss Crow, when she says that, you see her jaw almost hits the floor.
Can I just reach out and grab her hand? Are you okay, Miss Crow?
What happened?
Perhaps we should go inside and talk.
Of course. And that is terrible.
Is this my
news.
colleagues, Miss Donati and Detective Goldman?
Please come in.
Thank you, miss.
And he leads you into this rather extravagant hallway with galleried stairs, the works, wood paneling everywhere. The whole place kind of smells polished.
Smells of money.
Yeah. It smells of polish and money. That's exactly it.
Money.
The rain is drumming softly on skylights above. And photographs line the walls. Oddly, of the gentleman whose body you have just recently seen. But something about them feels off.
A photograph when he hasn't got broken bones. Okay. Yeah.
No, he doesn't, no. He looks alive and well.
Well,
So the photograph looks off.
Yeah, something, doesn't, there's a whole bunch of these things, photographs around. And you kind of think, something in the back of your mind is making you think that there's something a bit odd about them.
I do have art.
Yeah?
Is that like relevant? Is it a weird, I don't know,
Yeah.
art style or
I
like
think
photography style or that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think that you would definitely notice that they seem to be of the same gentleman, and he's not aged much, but you can tell that the backgrounds of each of the images that you can see are from like maybe a decade ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But the person looks exactly the same.
And this is all Ferguson.
Yeah. Either he has relatives that look very much like him, or ancestors look very much like him.
That's normally
Like
the excuse.
identical. Yeah, you know. You know how it is.
Keating, I take it Mr. Ferguson lived here alone. Just yourself and him?
There are other members of staff, of course, sir. This is quite a large property, and Mr. Ferguson was a wealthy man.
How long has he been living here?
I have only been in his employ for the last 10 years. May I ask, how has Mr. Ferguson, how did he meet his end? And
Unfortunately, it was a painful end.
And man, you see this Miss Crow, she kind of stiffens up again. He can't be dead. He is...
Perhaps you'd like to sit down, Miss Crow. I'm sorry to say that Mr. Ferguson has passed beyond. He's no longer with us.
What happened?
Oh, we'll get to that. Please, sit down. Kind of pull out a cigarette as you do.
Yeah. May I fetch you a drink, officers?
Nothing for me, maybe something for the lady.
A brandy, perhaps.
That would be good.
Oh, suited.
And he wanders off, leaving you in this kind of a sitting area, sitting room. There's a fireplace. It's not lit currently. It's not cold.
I kind of just
Back
step
around
to
it.
the side to let Eliza be able to get the focus on her. Miss
Okay.
Darnley, maybe you want to talk to Miss Crow.
Yeah, I'll step forward.
Yep.
Get close to her and just in my best empathetic voice that as a lawyer could actually
There's no such thing. Right?
I look her up and down and just like, so this professional relationship, does it normally entail house calls this late at night?
There was some Mr. Ferguson. He'd asked me to arrange some zoning permits, and I needed him to sign and complete the paperwork. I was just here to collect them.
Out of office hours? You're very dedicated to your job, are you not?
Indeed, it's a very important contract that Mr. Ferguson is putting together.
Do you usually get emotional over these contracts?
I really don't know what you mean, Miss. I'm sorry. I don't know your name. Sorry.
I hold up a hand as like Eliza Donati.
She takes it very loosely or limply and shakes it. You can see that she's probably caught up about.
Yeah. We understand that this is a shock. This is a grave information we have walked in here to share, but we must ask, like, you say that he was after you were collecting some zoning permits.
Just some documents.
And why this late?
I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
Was there any other cars around?
Yes, I guess there would have been. There would have been another car on the driveway.
Okay. But yes, so how long have you had your dealings with Mr. Ferguson?
Only the last few months, perhaps. He was planning to do great things with the bloke. You understand? You must have heard. And
yes.
I work for City Hall. I was assisting him. I was assisting with the paperwork.
I'm gonna make a note of that. I like jotting down some things. You say you're helping with the paperwork. What is your role at City Hall?
I work in the urban development office.
And what do you do? Aside from making house calls at after 10 o'clock at night to this neighborhood.
As I say, I work for the urban development office. I'm a clerk. I assist people like Mr. Ferguson with with permits and advice for about zoning. You understand it's all rather dull. She looks down. Maybe she's. You feel that she's kind of welling up a little bit.
What day is it?
What day? Ooh, let's say it is a Tuesday.
Okay. So these papers couldn't have waited till tomorrow? Could he have not, Mr. Ferguson not have brought them himself?
Now you... It's very important work. Very important work that we were doing.
It is very important work. He was planning on doing such a grand thing.
Yes, he was.
I mean, anyone willing to do that. Well, we have to look up to those people. They are doing what's best for a majority of people and improving what we have.
Keating arrives. He's carrying a tray with a brandy on it. He brings it straight to Miss Crow. She hesitates momentarily and then takes the drink off the tray and starts to sip it.
Miss Crow, did Mr. Ferguson own any property? And I'll give the address of the building where we found the wrecked stonework and masonry.
I don't think he owned any of it. We were part of the deal that we were doing was to compulsory purchase some of the properties within the bloat. And that may have come into to it, but it wasn't not for some time. We were starting the north end, where some of the conditions are worse.
So, where were you heading this evening, or heading from? Yeah. This was on your way, or in the area?
She slugs down the rest of her drink. Am I in trouble?
No. We're just inquisitive as to why you were here such late at night, upset on the doorstep of Mr. Ferguson. But when we arrived,
He was murdered. I'll just stay out from the depths of where I am. Just to see the reaction on her face.
Yeah, her eyes widen. And she looks around at you, Beneventi, as you say that. Murdered?
Seems that way.
Who would want to kill him?
That's what we're here to find out.
Where was he?
Miss Donati, you continue with your questioning. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Apologies. Okay, I just step back towards the fire.
Okay. She takes a look at her wristwatch and says, "It really is. It's very late. I think I must be going." And you can see her eyes are welling up. Goldman, are you up to anything here?
I'm just listening in at the minute, but I'm
Okay.
Yeah, I am starting to get a little bit like agitated because I've got that kind of strong sense of justice, and I feel like obviously we're being lied to, and started to get a bit like agitated. But he's not the most like persuasive kind of, you know, sociable guy, so I kind of like not really wanting to get involved, but he's starting to get irritated in the background.
Okay. Let's have a quick look. Yeah. Okay. Did you want to spend that point of psychology? Do you
I was going to say, yeah, go on then. Yeah, I was thinking I've got psychology, so I was kind of thinking, well, it's pretty obvious that she's hiding something. So, but yeah, I'll spend it.
Yeah, yeah. So you can click on psychology, or just say, yeah. Yeah, you know that she's kind of telling the truth, but there is something else. You know, I mean, she's clearly upset and is very, very upset to hear that Ferguson was dead and that he was murdered. That has really, that's really affected her. She has feelings for this man, or had feelings for this man. That's what you get from that.
Yeah. Yeah, my instinct was that they're obviously close. So yeah, maybe I'd jump in. Maybe he would jump in and, like, you know, I'd kind of just walk over and in a bit of annoyance, like, and say, look, we're trying to help here, Miss Crow. Mr. Ferguson's just been murdered, and we need to, and if we're going to find justice for him, we need people to be honest with us. Who would want him dead? Where was he tonight?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen him. I hadn't heard from him for a day or two. I came here to find out what had happened. I was worried.
Worried for what reason?
I work closely with Mr. Ferguson. Surely I can be worried about him if I don't receive a call from him as normal. Miss Doherty.
How long have you been in love with him, Miss Cole?
Ooh. Would you like to spend a point of interrogation, Mr. Beneventi?
Oh. I do have 2 points of interrogation, so perhaps well, I mean, it's obvious, but yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, okay. She kind of breaks down. Whether it's the alcohol taking effect or whatever, you're not sure. But she kind of, her hands come up to her eyes, seeing each other for 3 months. It started as a purely professional thing. We were friends.
It's okay, Miss Cole. You're a young woman. He's a handsome man, influential man. It was always logically likely to happen.
But he's dead now, and I don't know. Yes, I don't know who would have killed him. I don't know why anybody would want to kill him.
That's what we're here to find out. That's why we need your help.
And that's when she breaks down. The tears start to flow.
Okay.
There, Miss Cole. It's okay. We'll get to the bottom of it. I kind of pull out my packet of cigarettes and offer a cigarette because in the 40s everyone smoked.
Yeah, no, everybody smoked. And with a shaking hand, she takes one. Yeah.
I'll pull the lighter out and light it for her.
Yeah. I don't know of anybody that would want to kill Robert. I don't. He was such a good man.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll get to the bottom of this. Like I said, myself, the detective here, And Miss Donnerty, we just need your help. We need your help to find whoever did this, whoever has, well, ruined his life and your life.
I just don't know who would want to do it. He was such a good man. I can't understand it. I don't know who would want to hurt him. He was loved by everyone.
There was nobody pushing back against his permits or anything.
I mean, there are always pushback, but nothing serious. Nobody wanted to hurt him. Everybody knew that he was trying to do good. He was trying to help.
When she says that, I'm gonna look over at Keating just to see his reaction so far.
I mean, he is absolutely stolid. He's not. I mean, he barely batted an eyelid when he heard about his. He is, yeah, absolutely. Okay. And I think when he looks, he just looks at you, Eliza. Would you care for a drink yourself, miss? It is indeed a terrible day, a sad day when a man of such greatness meets his end. Please, you. He shoots a glance at Amanda. Could I ask you? And you can see he's trying to be discreet. How my master had met his end. And he looks again at Amanda, who's now sobbing again. And Nicholas, she is genuinely upset. You can see that. And it is a shock to her that this news. Keating looks expectantly at you, Eliza.
I look at the others.
Perhaps, Keating, we should have a chat while my colleague continues to converse with Miss Cole and find out what she knows. We need to find out what you know.
Indeed, sir. Please, if you would follow me.
Detective Goldman, let's leave Miss Donnerty and Miss Cole to chat.
Okay.
Have utmost confidence in Miss Donnerty. Utmost confidence.
So the two of you leave with Keating. He's going to lead you perhaps to a back room. Maybe it's the parlour where the staff would perhaps eat. Is there anything else you would want to be doing at this point? Either of you two? He's going to follow him to the kitchen?
Yeah, follow him to the kitchen, yes. Looking at if we go past the pictures again, I'm kind of going to try and look the backgrounds of the pictures. Is it the backgrounds that are showing different ages, different years apart? Yeah, he remains the same because all the pictures, his physical features look the same, correct?
Yeah, his physical features look the same. It's subtle things like perhaps the fashions of the time that he's wearing or whatever maybe would be a couple of decades out of fashion or whatever, indicating that maybe either he's got ancestors that look very much like him, like his father maybe is identical to him and is in one of those photos, or something else.
I'm going to look at the sorry.
No, carry on.
I was going to look at the other, because I noticed that on the pictures. I'm going to look at other objects as we're walking through the house. Like, is there anything? Because I've got, again, art and history.
Yes.
It's the same skill, right? But, like, is there...
art and history.
So history of an object, and it's like, it's way old, and
I guess
mean, not
there are...
necessarily unusual, but...
there are definitely items here that are, I guess antiques would be a bit much, but certainly items that would have been in vogue perhaps 40 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever.
Yeah, so that I guess
and
that's
they're kind of arranged almost as if like for a sense of nostalgia, maybe. Your psychology perhaps is kind of telling you this man, he was thinking of the past quite a lot with and perhaps clinging on to it to a certain degree.
Yeah. Yeah, then they're clearly not like art or antiques would be normal because people would collect those, but kind of non-antique, non-valuable kind of stuff would be odd. It's like,
Okay. Yeah, that kind of thing. And as we reach that point, shall we take our first break this evening, and we will continue in just a few minutes. So we are currently in the mansion of Robert Ferguson, who was murdered earlier today, perhaps. And we have been talking to a young woman that had turned up at Robert Ferguson's home. A little suspiciously, it turns out that she had been having an affair with him. Not an affair, no. She was seeing him romantically, as well as being attached to him professionally. And the butler of the victim has just led two of our protagonists away. He was asking them how Mr. Ferguson had died. So we'll jump back to you two detectives currently, as this gentleman, this butler, has led you through to the back of the house, and you've noticed all these kind of expensive items, but they're all from a couple of decades, maybe 50 years, maybe more, some of them. And they've been kept by this gentleman more for nostalgia than the fact that they're antique or anything like that. Some of this stuff's quite kitsch, maybe, and so it's a little bit odd that a man like Ferguson has perhaps collected items like that. And with your psychology knowledge, Mr. Goldman, Detective Goldman, has identified that this man was collecting them in a kind of nostalgia, rather than the fact that than being a creature of any kind. So this Keating leads you to the back of the house, and as he enters the parlor, perhaps his demeanor breaks a little bit, and he reaches for a bottle himself, and as he looks across at you, and you can see like a genuine sadness on his face. Do you mind, gentlemen? As he starts to pour himself a drink.
Please help yourself. So, Keating, you worked for Mr. Ferguson for 10 years.
Indeed.
You were in all evening tonight?
Yeah, I was.
When was the last time you saw Mr. Ferguson?
Well, Mr. Ferguson left the house sometime earlier this afternoon.
What time was that?
I think it was perhaps around 5 p.m.
Does he drive himself, or does he have a driver?
Oh, he drove himself. So he likes to do that. He's very down to earth, if you understand my meaning. He drove himself. He said he was going to be out for most of the evening. He was meeting somebody, he said.
Was he meeting Miss Cole?
He mentioned that it was regarding his business. He suggested that there was an issue, and that someone had asked to meet him. I did not, of course, inquire any further, sir.
Did Mr. Ferguson see any other young ladies apart from Miss Cole? Of course, I understand your loyalty and discretion to him, but he was murdered and we're trying to find out who did it.
Mr. Ferguson had many female friends, detective. He was a popular man. Men of wealth and stature tend to accrete these certain types, if you understand my meaning, sir.
I do indeed understand. You don't mean to disrespect the dead, no. Do you have the names of any of these young ladies in the last few months that have been, like Miss Cole, more significant than others?
I tend to be discreet in my affairs with my employer, sir. I have not questioned him on the matter, and he has not divulged it to me
Of
either.
course not. But of course, as a man so discreet, so loyal to his employer, you may have learned things without necessarily asking about them.
Of course, I could not answer such a question without my employer's permission. However, there is, of course, nothing stopping you from perhaps searching the house.
We intend to.
Very well, sir. And if you require any assistance, you may, of course, call upon me.
We will indeed do that.
So, Eliza, is there anything else you wish to ask Miss Crow, or are you satisfied with what she's saying?
I think I am overall satisfied, but I probably would ask a few more questions just gently. But
Yeah.
covering the same sort of stuff, just reiterating how long it was going on for, and was she worried about him just because she'd not seen him, or whether she thought there was anybody else, or leading down, like subtly trying to lead down maybe jealousy kind of thing, that side of it, while also like asking questions to reiterate information she'd already given.
Okay. I think, yeah. She will basically. She'll go over the same thing. She works for City Hall.
Yeah.
She was assisting Mr. Ferguson with some of his projects. Actually, could you want to make a persuade? Is it persuasion? We're trying to persuade somebody here, I think. Yeah. How are you going about this? Are you grilling her, or are you trying to?
Well, because she started whinging, I have moved away from the direct, more clinical cross-section kind of type. So it is.
Yeah, you're not doing the cross-examination like a lawyer.
So it probably is like it probably is. I would say persuasion probably fits because I'm trying to persuade her to like give a little bit more of personal detail with it.
Sure. So I think you can make a roll on this. This is a general skill in Grim Noir, so you will need to make a roll. You can spend any points that you wish.
Yeah, spend a point on that.
And so can you give me the question again that you were asking? You were trying to find out.
So I was trying to find out. Essentially, it's like they admitted to having a relationship, but like how in depth was the relationship? That was she coming here and upset because he hadn't been in touch for? Is it because of his own safety or the worry that he was with somebody else?
Okay. Okay. So I guess she kind of opens up to you a little bit then. We speak most days, whether it would be about his projects or more personal matters, and he hadn't for the last few days. He'd become a little bit more withdrawn. I know that he's seen other women in the past. But I know he told me that he loved me. I know he did. And I was just concerned. I hadn't heard from him in a couple of days. And I was worried. I came to find out what had happened, if he was all right. And then she breaks down again as she sobs. And of course, he's dead.
Okay. There.
The heart of a lawyer, don't you just love it?
Yeah. Arm fully extended, just tapping her gently on the shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just it's like every time she starts crying, it's just I'll stop and give her time to
and then
compose herself. But it's
recomposes itself. Yeah.
But generally that's kind of the whole vibe I'm going for. It's just more definitive information about the relationship and everything.
And so she's clear. I mean, it seems he has obviously had a big effect on her, and she is certain that they were in love, and she was helping him out with some of these projects that he was working on. Occasionally, perhaps I may have stepped over the line of professionalism a little, and perhaps maybe I put things on the mayor's desk that I would have taken months for Robert to have got them in front of him, and I expedited it, and so maybe I'm guilty of that. But you would have done the same, wouldn't you? You'd have done the same, Miss Doherty, surely. You've been in love before.
I'm sure you weren't. You weren't breaking any rules. You were getting the permit's seen to. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. I do you think I was? Think what I was doing was it? It wasn't wrong, was it? I was just. He had grand plans. He was a good man. I was just expediting. I was just expediting these projects. I wasn't doing anything wrong, was I?
There's no need to think on that right now, dear. It's okay. It's been a lot tonight. You have been very explicit how good a man he was and how proud and connected you were.
She breaks down again. You say that. So, Detective Beneventi and Officer Goldman. The Keating has effectively turned his back on you to allow you to do whatever you wish.
Can you?
Maybe you get the impression that perhaps he doesn't approve some things that his employer was up to. Maybe you're getting that vibe, or he's either either that, or he wants you to find
something.
Who was find out what was going on.
I'm going to ask him if can you show me to, or can you tell us where his office is?
Of course. If you'll follow me. Are you going to Beneventi, or are you going to explore that?
Yeah. I'm just letting him kind of take the lead. A new detective, he's got to stand on his own 2 feet.
Okay.
Something Ezekiel man. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess he leads you up upstairs to the next floor. And there is the large master bedroom. There is an office that leads off from that. He unlocks the door and swings it open, and it's actually a really, really large room. There's a desk here. There's a shelf full of books that goes from floor to ceiling. There's it's got a telephone in the office. Obviously it has some kind of extension line, which is, pretty good. Obviously a rich man to have multiple phones in his house. There are papers scattered across the desk, although it's not untidy. Kind of an organized chaos kind of thing going on, and files like manila folders kind of stacked up on his desk there as well. Should I leave you, gentlemen, to do what you must?
No, that's okay, Keating. I'll let my colleague here do his thing. Maybe you can answer a few more questions from me. He seemed, Mr. Ferguson, a very active man. Perhaps we could go and look at some of the photographs outside.
And you step out of the room with Keating, leaving Goldman in the office all by himself.
All by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm mainly kind of looking, or my first idea of going to the office was looking for something like a diary. I'm trying to figure out who he's been meeting with. Is the first thing I was going to look at. So the papers on the desk, or a diary that says he was going to meet someone today, or recent correspondence.
Oh, right. Okay. So, yeah, all right. So on the desk, in some of these folders, you find there are numerous, clearly part of his big plan. for the redevelopment. And there are various forms that have been filled in triplicate and stamped with City Hall stamp, signed off by the mayor at times. Sometimes Amanda Crow's signature appears on these documents too. Nothing about that strikes you as particularly odd. But as you're searching through the man's death, you do come across some letters, and they're in a drawer in the desk, but they're kind of buried a little under some of this rather official looking paper. And first one I will drop into a journal. Does anybody want to read that out? Shall I read it?
You read it, I'm ready.
Okay, so this is March the 12th. I don't know what spell you've cast over me, but I can still feel it humming beneath my skin when you leave. You make this grey city seem almost beautiful. Every hour we spend together feels like a secret carved out of the noise. I tell myself not to get carried away, that you're busy, that men like you have empires to run. But then you smile and all my good sense runs for cover. I don't care where you came from or what you've built. When you hold me, I feel like I've finally stepped out of the rain. Always yours, Lucy.
And what date is it today?
That's, I think we're on June the 4th? No, the 4th, one of those, yeah. Around there.
Okay. And she said that they've been together about 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. A second note. Dated April 27th. Says, Robert, you've been so quiet lately. The calls come later, the visits shorter. I keep telling myself you're busy, that the city's demands never sleep, but part of me wonders if it's something else. I try not to sound foolish, but you've always told me I wear my heart too close to the surface. I just need to know that we're still us. Please write or call or send one of those ridiculous notes you like. Anything. The silence makes my mind ugly. With love, Lucy. And this is written on a scrap of paper that's been torn out of a notebook, rather than any particular writing.
Okay.
There's another one dated March the 9th. May the 9th, sorry. Robert, don't insult me by pretending I don't know. I've seen the way you look at her. You spoke her name once when you thought I was asleep. Do you remember? I do. It sounded different on your tongue. Softer. If you're seeing her, at least have the decency to tell me. I deserve that much after everything I've given you. You always said honesty was your virtue. Show me, Lucy.
Okay.
And then the last letter, find. May the 23rd. Robert, you don't get to have both of us. I'm not a decoration to be swapped when the mood takes you. I loved you and you made a fool of me. I see it now. The dinners, the promises, the way you talk about our future while looking at the next woman over my shoulder. You'll never be satisfied and I refuse to be next in your collection. Don't call, don't write. I'm finished being someone's pretty secret. Goodbye, Lucy. You also find 2 business cards on the desk. And you're familiar with both of them. One of them is a business card for Sullivan and Heatley Marketing.
They're the heaven people, right?
There. And the other one is the Sulphur Stream Bar, which you're also have frequented yourself.
Yeah.
Mm.
So what is?
Outside? Well,
Sorry, what?
sorry.
Just to clarify, what is the bar? Because I obviously read the
right, yeah. So
background.
the Sulphur Stream Bar is a bar that caters to people such as yourselves, reapers. Like I say, there's a few of you in the city, and the bar has a VIP lounge, as it's called, which is specifically for people of like yourselves. The ground floor is for mundanes, etc. It's a regular bar with live music and cheap drinks. Upstairs is a little more upmarket, if that makes sense. And you will have all been there, all of you, at some point. Whether you go there regularly or not, that's entirely up to you. But it is where reapers tend to congregate. The VIP lounge is specifically reaper only. Okay, so Eliza, are you interested in doing anything else, or did you want to meet up with your friend?
After she's cried for like 15th time, I would go and attempt to find Keating. I know they wandered off, so I'm just gonna try and find Keating first, to essentially get him to take over. Well, before I go, I'm gonna ask for her address in case we need.
Okay, yeah. And she gives you her apartment address, which is located somewhere. In the sprawl, so slightly better than the bloat. Just the kind of the main part of the city.
Okay. So I'll take a glass and just say, let me freshen this up, and then I'll head out after getting her address.
Okay. You bump into Keating pretty much as you step out of the room. Miss Doherty, your colleagues are currently availing themselves of the facilities upstairs.
Okay.
That sounded way ruder than I intended it to.
Yeah, it sounded like done on the show. So.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? But they're not. They are in Mr. Ferguson's office, I believe.
Thank you.
Oh no, sorry. Keating wouldn't have done that because he's with Beneventi.
I was going to say, I mean,
Let's
on
that bullshit.
That's fine.
Maybe he could do that, and if I have my 5 minutes with him now, he can be there to do that with her. Because I was only going to ask her
let's just
a few things.
Let's just say you can hear him and Beneventi talking upstairs on the landing somewhere.
Okay. Before I head up, I am going to top up her drink because I don't particularly want her to leave yet. So I'm going to give her a drink and then head up.
All right. You pour her the drink and she thanks you and sits there red-eyed, staring into her drink as you head up the stairs, and you can hear Beneventi and Keating talking. And what are they talking about?
So, Keating, tell me about these pictures. These all seem recent.
Do
Just
they
kind of
say?
look at him. He seemed a very active man.
He certainly was an active man with certain needs, shall we say.
Needs? What needs were those?
He enjoyed the company of young ladies.
There were many young ladies then.
Indeed. I cannot, of course, comment upon the morality of my employer, but to say that he was certainly a man of character.
Character. So, do you know when these were all taken? I kind of point at a selection of the photography, the pictures.
He browses them, and without showing any expression, I do not. They appear to be recent, I suppose, judging by my employer's visage upon them.
So they've only been up a short period of time then? You said
No.
he's been with him for 10 years.
I have been with him for 10 years. Mr. Ferguson is a vital man, sir. And of course, though he may be perhaps approaching middle age, he wears it very well.
He does indeed wear it well. Some might say too well.
I couldn't comment.
Of course not. And this is when we hear her coming up the stairs, yes?
Yes, and then Eliza is ascending the stairs towards you.
Miss Doherty. Good evening again. Thank you, Keaton. That'll be all from me. Unless
Very
Miss
well,
Doherty has need of you.
I have refreshed Miss Crow, but maybe some fresh handkerchiefs, if you have them.
Very good, madam.
Thank you.
And he descends the stairs in his rather regal manner. Yeah. Is there something you wish to discuss, the two of you, or shall we jump to Mr. Goldman?
To be fair, after speaking with Keaton, I would just look up, look around to see what they were here talking about. Never heard the back end of the conversation. That's all.
Yeah. So they've been looking at these images, these pictures of Robert Ferguson, and though he looks, maybe his hairstyle has changed or something, you can see that the clothing also seems to represent fashion from, I mean, you got high society, so you might spot this more than him. Yeah, it's like fashion from several decades ago, maybe even going back 50 years, maybe more. And he looks, facially, his age looks exactly the same, but the clothing belies that. It's almost like, you know, they're almost like he's doing a dress up, fancy dress.
Yeah.
Much like people these days might dress up as somebody from the 60s. Maybe he's doing something similar.
I just look them over and just, what a peculiar hobby. Just
Definitely.
glancing through them.
Okay.
Where's Nicholas? Is he in the office?
Yes.
I haven't gained much more information from the. I was thinking of a polite word to call her.
Young lady.
Yeah. From the lady downstairs. I hope you guys may have had some more luck.
Detective Goldman is in the office now doing a search of things. I would imagine he's trying to find out more details. But yes, it does look like that. We need more information. There's definitely something going on. This man is definitely not that age all the way through these time periods. Perhaps he's made a deal with someone that he shouldn't do.
With that, because I have occult studies, would there be anything that would like jump to mind of a supernatural being? Would that be a deal that they would make? Because it looks like it's over decades.
Do you want to spend a point?
Yeah, let's spend a point.
Okay.
Yeah, spend.
Yeah. This is not unheard of. You have perhaps heard. It's not ever so common. Because the cost can be quite high. But you have heard of people making bargains with higher powers to give them extended longevity. Whether that's what this gentleman has done, or I guess the other thing would be, but it'd be more Nicholas that perhaps will have noticed this as he's in the office. This guy obviously thinks quite a lot of himself. He's a bit fixated on himself. And these photographs of himself all around the house lead you to think that perhaps this guy is a bit of a narcissist, maybe. And perhaps that you two will probably have noticed that there's a lot of photographs of him, which is kind of weird in a way. But you may not have jumped to the same conclusion that maybe this guy a bit up his own arsehole. But that Goldman has certainly reached that conclusion with everything he's seen.
Suggest we go in and see Mr. Goldman. Detective Goldman, rather.
Yeah.
And so as they enter the room, what's Goldman currently doing? What's he currently up to?
Yeah, well, he's read through these letters. I guess I'm just going to have a look through. I found these in his desk, right? These letters.
Yeah, they were kind of just and the envelopes have been torn open and then just kind of cast into the drawer. I mean, do you want to spend that point of psychology you have left? Do you have one left?
No.
You spent it? Okay, well, no. I mean, you have psychology. Let's just say, this guy, he's hung on to these letters that are clearly from some spurned young lady, but he's hung on to them. Which means that, you kind of get the impression then that maybe he kind of enjoys that. He quite likes
trophies.
Yeah, I guess that's not a bad shout. That's not a bad way of putting it. And as both Benevetti and Donati enter the room here, I wonder if Detective Beneventi will be willing to spend a point of craft.
Oh, I would definitely be willing to spend a point of craft. But before I spend this point of craft, just as I go back in, I'm looking on the desk. Are there any photographs of any young ladies on the desk? Or is it just a photograph of him? Or no photographs?
There are photographs around the house of him. Photographs of anybody. Just double. No, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think there are any photographs. Yeah, that's.
I should spend my point of craft then.
Okay, but as you're looking at this desk,
It's old.
It's fairly old. Yeah, it's fairly old. But the way it's designed, you're familiar with this. It's like an Italian thing from quite some time ago. When there was this thing about keeping secrets and hidden things. And this desk, as you approach it, you recognize this workmanship as being from this kind of Machiavelli period. And just out of curiosity, as you look around the desk, you wonder if maybe this has one of those secret compartments that you'd heard about so much. Hidden beneath the drawer.
I shall sit behind the desk and open the drawers and start looking.
Okay.
I wonder if this
it doesn't take you long. You've seen this kind of thing before. It does not take you long. Mind. Bless you.
It's the ghost in the background.
Done? Are you done? Bless you, Andrew. There's a little hidden compartment in the bottom of the drawer, which I'm gonna put something into your journal.
Mm.
The drugs.
Well, Mr. Ferguson. Heroin.
Are you done? Bless. Yeah. So, perhaps not quite the squeaky clean boy that you were led to believe, or that the media would like you to believe.
Kind of pocket this into an envelope.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Ferguson has another secret.
Yeah, I obviously show the letters of what I found.
Yeah.
Seems like maybe Miss Crow could be just his latest in a string of lady friends.
Oh, he had a few of them, according to Keating.
The interesting thing is they seem to fall in love with him or vice versa, very quickly, so...
I refuse to be the next in your collection. Well, he certainly has one of this, but this Lucy, we need to find her.
Yeah.
At the moment, she seems to be prime suspect as a spurned lover.
I was thinking the same.
Although the cause of death would be interesting to prove. If he was indeed thrown from the roof into the wall, and
yeah, I did find business cards, though. He also knows the agents, the Heatley and Sullivan.
No.
The interesting thing is that all of you, if you're looking at notes, also have these business cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all. And let me.
And he goes to the sulfur stream. Does that mean that potentially he's
A Reaper,
a
potentially.
Reaper? That's the word I was thinking of.
Yeah. Potentially, I guess, yeah.
I mean, it would
Let me see.
It would make sense in being a Reaper. I mean, there was pictures. They can't have just been for as a hobby.
So I guess the theory would be that he's selling the souls for vitality.
Indeed, that does seem like what it is.
But it seems somebody might have collected on the debt.
The question I have to ask, though, is what's this got to do with our serial killer?
Yeah.
What if? If we? Maybe we need to look at the information a little bit differently, a little bit more in depth. What if those before were all Reapers too?
Yeah.
Because
we're pretty.
Some things don't fit, though, do they? We don't have all of our victims of the past
no.
that were killed first.
We don't know that. We don't know that for sure, though, do we? Because the likelihood is that nobody even thought to check if they died of something less obvious.
Yeah.
Let's look at the clues we've got, though. If our man was thrown against the wall, that would have shattered his bones. Landing from the height that he fell would have shattered more bones. He was dragged from where he died to where the officer found him. What if this is not the serial killer?
You think it was made to look like the serial killer?
Well, let's look at that. The glass you found. You said there were some chemicals there. Yes?
The chemicals were...
Zirconium. Yeah, zirconium.
Yeah.
Which is usually used as a filament in photography flashbulb.
So let's just say for a second that whoever took the picture, did they inflict the wounds? Or were the wounds there first? How did he get from where he died to where we found him? He was posed almost like a rag doll.
And didn't see his he didn't have his soul.
Exactly. Something is definitely not right with this. There are some things that point to our serial killer and other things that don't. Whatever happens, we gotta find out who killed this guy and how he was involved, if he was.
Yeah.
We have 2 business cards. I guess we're gonna be busy tomorrow.
Indeed.
I don't know about you, but I don't have any behaviours to call in. Do you think that we're willing to talk?
Well, not at the moment. We need to check out the sulfur stream and this marketing company. Maintaining the balance since 1899. I don't know them myself.
Oh, you do. You've
do I?
done many dealings. You've done many dealings with
Oh,
Mr.
right.
Heatley
Sorry.
yourself. No, yeah, Mr. Heatley and Sullivan.
Oh, right, yes.
Sullivan and
Sorry.
Heatley. They are, agents of heaven. Yes,
Agents of heaven.
Definitely. You've definitely
yes.
had dealings with them.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Heatley, you will have had dealings with. Certain.
But if man Ferguson was, as you suspect, possibly a Reaper, which would indicate these cards, and if there is some additional vitality that he was getting, we need to find out also about the women that he's been in their lives. See whether any of those have disappeared. See if he was selling souls for good health.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you want to draw a line under this day and wait until the morning before continuing, or did you want to go while... I mean, it's probably getting on for gone midnight by this point.
Just be getting started at the club, won't it?
I mean, yeah, potentially. Potentially the club will be...
It's the end of a work day. Perhaps we should go for a drink to celebrate our investigation's progress.
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Cool. So, wrapping up your work day, as it were, you head for a drink. The Sulphur Stream Bar, which you have all been to on many occasions. Let us move us all.
Nice.
So, the Sulphur Stream is located in the shadow of the bridge in the bloat. You've been here many times before. The bar, the ground floor, is where you'll find many of the mundane civilians will congregate. Reapers too, sometimes, if they are entertaining folks that are perhaps not of your abilities. But the VIP lounge is definitely Reaper only. No mundane has ever been up there or seen there. The barman here, you are familiar with, Dan Gorski. He is standing behind the bar. He's quite an imposing figure. The smell of cheap alcohol and cigarettes and sweat drifts through the air. There's a couple of people in at this moment in time. There is also a live band in the corner of the room playing rather subtle jazz, which kind of just adds to the ambience of this place. Dan Gorski, he nods as you enter. Towards the bar.
I'll go to the bar. Evening,
Okay.
Dan.
Evening, Mr.
2 whiskeys, Ramos Fizz for the lady.
Coming right up.
A nice little cocktail for our female detective, Eliza.
Yeah, does Eliza interject at that point, or does she take the cocktail?
Booze is booze.
Booze is booze.
Booze is indeed booze.
and Dan approves. He stands there. He's the kind of guy that instantly garners respect from the clientele. He's standing there with a spent matchstick hanging out the side of his mouth. Busy night, Chief, he says.
Always. I'm going to pull out Ferguson's. There was a driving license, wasn't there? In the
It
wallet?
was, yeah.
I'm gonna hold it so I cover the name and the address, and just go. Is there a picture on it? Is there a picture ID, or is it?
Let's just say there is, just for the sake
Let's
of.
say yes.
There's a photograph in the wallet
Yes.
somewhere of him.
Yes.
He's in love with himself. Of course, he's got a photo of himself in his wallet.
In that case, I'll just pull the photograph. You seen this guy in here, Dan? Maybe upstairs.
He kind of looks at it. Yeah, sure, I've seen him. He's a regular. Ferguson, right?
Aye, that's right.
Yeah. I've seen him a lot. Yeah, he sometimes goes upstairs, if you know what I'm saying.
I do. When he's downstairs, is he with the company of a young lady? Maybe different young ladies every few nights.
I think that's a pretty delicate way of putting it, Detective.
You know me, I like to be delicate.
There are photographs scattered around the bar area as well, like New Year's Eve photograph and stuff like that, and just regular punters. And there's quite a few of them. Yeah, you've noticed them before. Obviously, you've been here before, but this is the first time you've really noticed. And there's one that stands out all of a sudden to all three of you. It is here. And I will drop it straight into your journal, people.
Okay.
And it has got written in it on pen a date, which is like pretty much a year ago.
And that's our man.
That's your victim, Robert Ferguson. Yeah.
Guess we don't know the lady.
The girl, no, she comes in here occasionally. Oh, she came in here occasionally. Not too often. She had like a German sounding name, like Sigmund or something. I don't know. Quite a looker. You know, she looked pretty upmarket, you know. This Ferguson guy, he normally doesn't give a damn. He'd see a pretty face and he'd be all over it. You know what I mean?
Do you ever catch a first name? What was it? The German name and first name? Sorry.
I don't know. Louise?
Not Lucy.
Maybe? Yeah, Lucy. Lucy, that's, Lucy, something. Sigmund or whatever.
Okay.
Thanks, Dan.
Hey, no problem. You heading upstairs?
Oh, once we had the drink, probably, yes.
Yeah.
So,
have you been in here as three of you recently, or is this one of these places you would come to here, come by yourself, folks?
We only came together on this case, though, didn't we? This
You did, yeah.
last few months. So we have.
Yeah.
It has been a few months we've been working as a unit. So maybe we have come here maybe once or twice in the past, I would guess, as a group of three at the end of a day's work. Whether we went upstairs as a group, I doubt it, but you never know.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
yeah, no, I think that it's something that we've all. It's a place that we all like.
Yeah.
But I think that's noticing each other upstairs is probably how we got to know who we were.
Right.
Possibly.
Yeah, that makes sense. So as you're standing there at the bar, as this guy wanders in, He's kind of wearing a bowler hat. He's quite a tall, thin gentleman. He as he wanders over and orders a drink at the bar, and then he looks across at you and says, hey, did you he sees you looking at the photographs. Yeah, you want your picture taken?
Picture taken?
I took all of these. And he points at all these photographs from the book.
Really?
Yeah. It's what I do. You interested? You want your photograph taken with this lovely young lady here?
Why not? A group photo sounds good. I didn't catch your name, my friend.
Mo. You can call me Mo.
Mo.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, just you stay right there. Maybe you can put your arm around her or something.
I kind of look at Detective Goldman, Nicholas. Nicholas, you are a younger man.
Not
You remember, married.
Appropriate.
Yeah, sure. I mean, whatever. Okay, just stand still just a moment. And he draws out this lines up the shot, and then there's a flash. Okay, and he hands you a business card. You can collect. I unless you want me to bring it here when it's done. It's only 50 cents.
When you come, bring it to me, and then we'll give you the 50 cents. That sounds good. Mo, you take a lot of photographs, Mo.
Yeah. It's kind of my thing, you know.
I kind of point to the picture of Robert.
Oh, yeah.
And Lucy. So you know these two then, yeah?
I know. I take photographs of a lot of people. They're handsome couple, though. They're handsome
This
couple.
broad's beautiful. You must have taken notice of her. I bet she's got a pair of legs on her that dance you all the way to the club.
I really wouldn't know. I just take photographs, sir.
Yeah.
He looks a little bit nervous.
He looks nervous.
He did when you said that, yeah, about the legs.
Yeah.
So, you come here often to take photos, or do you just go around the scene?
There's a lot of good-looking people in here. I like to take photographs of good-looking people, you know. People having a good time. Makes me feel good. Makes them feel good.
You said you give me...
Dan is like, Mo's been hanging around here for some... He's okay.
Thanks, Mo. We appreciate it.
Hey, no worries.
You said you gave a business card, didn't you? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was going to ask one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, well, it'll be good to see. Good to see what you make of the picture.
It's gonna be great. I framed it just right. It'll be perfect.
Perfect. I like that.
Sure.
Question for you, Mo, before you go. You often, when you're taking all these, you do a lot of photographs, right? Do you often get the camera, the bulb, does it often blow? Or is that a rarity in your field?
No. These modern cameras, they're pretty good. Of course, they can access again when they're hot. If you catch them, they can sometimes break. Which is a bitch because you got to replace it, and it's expensive.
Really, they're expensive? How much?
They're a couple of dollars a piece, but if you get through a few of them.
Thank goodness for modern cameras where they don't blow often.
Damn right, sir. Appreciate your business. I'm gonna see if I can get some photos of anybody else. You have a great night now.
How modern does his camera look?
It's current. It is contemporary. For the voice, in fact, give you a picture of the. I mean,
I was trying to think of a link between the camera, but how common is it to? Sorry, go on first.
No, you carry on.
Oh, well, I was just going to say, how common is it to have, like, how common are these kind of cameras? I mean, I could just go and ask him, I suppose, which is, if you were to replace them, like, is there, lots of camera shops, or is there, is a camera shop pretty rare?
I guess they're not going to be on every street. Maybe there are specialists that do this kind of thing. And perhaps the developing is also rather specialized.
Yeah, that was the other thing I thought of about developing the pictures.
Yeah.
Just trying to think if there's any link between the camera and the bulb. And whether we can get more information about who might have taken the pictures.
Yeah. Seems to know his stuff.
I'll ask him if I can grab him before he walks away and say, where would you buy that stuff from? It seems pretty specialized equipment.
I got a supplier down on 4th.
He mentions this particular street, which is kind of in the sprawl. No, it would be in downtown. So there's like it's quite a specialist thing. And at downtown, it's quite an upmarket area. Obviously, it's where all the municipal stuff is, all the offices and things like that. And there is a company there which provides the photography equipment, or photographic equipment. And you've probably heard of them when he mentions the name, or whatever they're called. Like Jessup's over here or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so well, you have a good evening, sir. And he wanders off into the crowd. Okay. Yeah, and Dan behind them. Yeah, that's Mo. He's okay.
And you said that photo we were looking at was like a year old, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. And does the other photos have dates on them as well?
Yeah, there's lots of them all over around the place. Like I say, it's people having in a bit of a party mood, like as I say, New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, people just having a pretty good time in a bar, as they do. He would have snapped a photo of them, or romantic couples. He's taken photographs of. I mean, they've got the dates on them. There's nothing. It's all over the last few years, I guess, that you would find if you were to examine.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I was just, I did want to see like how long he'd been coming to this place, so it's quite frequent and it's come quite a bit. And that's fine.
It is. Yeah, but none of the photographs are upstairs, by the way. That's something you would all notice.
It's just down here. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And there's only that one with Ferguson in.
Yeah, that's the only one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, let's finish our drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You finished your drinks. Is there anything you wanted to do, or are you calling it a day? It's about 2 a.m. probably by now.
Well,
Say factoring in account and
I'm going to have to leave you two to it. The night may be young for you, but for an old man like me whose wife's waiting for me at home, I need to go home. I'll see you in the office in the morning. Bright and early. We got a case to solve.
okay. And the detective shrugs on his trench coat and leaves the bar. The rest of you, either you two, you want to do anything, or are you calling it a night also?
Yeah, probably. I can't think of anything else to do tonight.
Okay.
Probably would
No,
call it
me
pretty
neither.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So you head to your various apartment houses, wherever you live. The following morning comes around too quickly. You perhaps wake a little bleary-eyed after your late night, and head over to the station. As you arrive in the morning, in your little office, the chief is already. He spots Beneventi pretty much straight away. Heads straight on over. So, you have any luck?
There's always luck, Chief. Strange one, though.
What do you
Very
mean?
strange.
Did you close the case, Beneventi? That's all I need to know.
Not yet, Chief. We're getting closer. We got a few lines of investigation to take. I'm just concerned this is not what we think or who we think it is. That's my concern.
Okay. Now, he looks around to make sure nobody else is listening. I don't give a damn. Okay? You nail this, son of a bitch. I don't care who you get for it. You gotta get City Hall off my fucking back. Capiche?
Capiche, Chief? We'll sort it out for you. Whatever it takes. Someone's going down for this.
I think we're on the same page, Beneventi.
Indeed we are.
He steps away. I guess you, Eliza and Goldman, perhaps catch the end of that as the chief leaves, strides. He looks at you both. Perhaps the way he looks at you is it's kind of a bit of a withering glance. And as he
Chief,
strides off back to
yeah.
him. And as you kind of sit down at your desks, kind of a junior officer sticks his head around the door and says, I had a message for you last night, boss.
What is it?
The boys, they were doing the neighborhood thing.
Canvassing the streets. That's good.
Yeah, Officer Blake, he said he didn't have too much luck except one person, some old woman down on Harrow. She opened up.
What did she open up to?
And he kind of pulls out a notebook and flicks over a couple of pages. She said that she saw a flash at about
probably about, I think she says about 9 p.m. And then she caught a shadow, somebody running away. It said, looked like he was wearing a dark trench coat and a bowler hat, sir.
Bowler hat, you say?
Well, that's what she said.
Does it say anything about any noise?
No, I don't think so.
I appreciate the information. Good work.
No problem. And he disappears.
I kind of turn towards him. Trench coat and a bowler hat. Flash. Camera.
Yeah.
I may be thinking out of the hat, but that sounds to me like that Mo fella. He got nervous last night when we were asking questions. It wasn't just about the dame's legs. Although I bet those pins were pretty damn good.
You, Did you say is he coming to see you, or are you going to see him?
He's going to see us when the picture's done, but I think we need to go and make an extra call on him. Chief wants someone nailed for this. He was running away from the scene. He could be the serial killer for all we know, or it could be just a guy taking a photo. Seems to what he does, take photos of people, and, well, this could be the big score for him, the big scoop.
Yeah. If
it is, we need to stop it going out.
We need to figure out what else he saw in that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we should pay him a visit.
We need to pay him a visit, definitely.
You have his business card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go and get our coats and let's go see Mo. See if we was somewhere where he shouldn't have been last night, doing something that maybe he shouldn't have been.
Okay.
I guess
On the dark nights of the city, everything goes on.
Okay. So you head out as the sun rises up into the sky. It's quite a clear day. The sun beating down on a fine June morning. You drive into Riverside. It smells of river mud and cheap lighter fluid. As you approach the street that Mo lives on, it's a tenement. It leans toward the water like it's tired of standing up. The long river twists and turns across the city. On the eastern side, the people live close to the river. Old wooden houses line up along the riverbank. Artists, charlatans, bohemians, they all hang around here. And Mo Backman's building it's an old wooden one-story row house. You park in front of the building.
I think that would be normal. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So this you do. You climb out of the car and make your way towards the house. I'd say it's just this one-story building, like an old wooden ramshackle house, and with a little kind of porch veranda thing on it that looks like it would fall down in a stiff breeze. And as you walk across this veranda, it creaks frighteningly as you make your way to the front door.
Oh God.
Yeah, so there you are. You're at the front door.
Knock on the door.
There's no answer.
Nicholas, maybe you want to take the back.
I was just about to ask, does the back
Yeah.
go onto the river?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I think the front probably faces. There's like a road, and perhaps the river is just beyond that,
Okay.
and the
I
house.
guess I
faces-
will look for a way to get down the side and go around the back.
Yeah. So around the side of the house, it's one of those. It's like a broken wood slat fence that leads all around the property. There's like a narrow, almost alleyway, if you like, that's all overgrown with grass that's probably almost a foot high in patches that are kind of coming up through the concrete as you head around the back. There's like an old broken swing in the backyard that hasn't been used in centuries and looks like it would probably kill any child that did try to use it. And then there's this back door. All of the windows you notice are, in fact, both of you notice, all three of you notice that they're kind of blacked out. Whether that's with grime or there's something beyond, you can't quite tell. It's in quite bad shape. You reach the back door. It's a wooden door. Frame looks a bit rotten.
Okay.
Yeah, and
if I don't notice anything, I'll give it a knock.
yeah, you don't hear anything.
I'm going to bang on the front door. Mo, you in there?
There's no answer.
Time for the law. I'm going to barge through the door.
The frame, once like the one around the back, it's a little bit rotten, and it splinters easily under your shoulder, and you kind of go into a very gloomy room. The smell is quite unpleasant. It's a one floor. On the ground floor, it's just all one room, like a living area and kitchen, all kind of combined. And the kitchen towards the back. Maybe through the gloom and the grime that's on the windows, it is actually filthy. Perhaps you can just make out Goldman kind of trying to peep in through the back window through the filth. It smells of rotten wood, and maybe some chemical smell as well.
Mm.
And as you enter, it's not a single room down. There is another door from the living area. There's a door off to your right. It's slightly ajar, and there's a slight red light coming from that door.
Head towards that door.
Okay, what's Eliza doing in all of this?
I would have followed in Jimmy in.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll just be looking around because we basically want to try find any photos or any proof of photos. But if there's nothing up here, then just literally go through the only other door.
Okay. Yeah. And Goldman out the back. Perhaps you can.
Well, if I hear the
I mean, I will
if I hear the
You hear the
noise
door
or
go.
whatever, I'm gonna just try and push this door open or.
Okay. Are you want to force it?
Yeah, I mean, it
force
looks
it?
weak,
Yeah.
doesn't it? So I'll
It does, and it does. It cracks pretty much as you apply your weight to it, and you're able to force the door open. And you find yourself in like a kitchen area. It smells bad. There's a sink full of dishes and pans that probably haven't been washed in a while. It smells pretty bad in here. There's certainly some food gone off somewhere. There's an old refrigerator that's buzzing away in one corner, kind of making like the almost wheezing noises, as if it's struggling to to breathe.
Is there stairs? Is there stairs up from in here, or
no? There isn't. There is just, you can see the front door has been forced open, and if you can imagine, like there's like a wall that half separates the kitchen from the lounge, and there's clearly another room just at that point.
Yeah.
You could see Beneventi and Eliza have come in from the other side, and they're currently standing in front of a door that leads into this second room. From where you are, as you look across, there is, like I say, a sink full of dishes, but you spot something that makes you pause for a second. And that is this.
big knife? Yes. I call out to these.
Okay. And just as you do that, you're standing at this door that's slightly ajar. There's a dim red light coming from the other side of this door. So just before Nicholas calls out, do you push it open?
Yeah, push the door open. I have my revolver out.
Okay. Absolutely. So let us switch to that. I don't know if that was a... Oh, that's the wrong one. Go to that.
Okay.
There are numerous photographs strung up, drying in the light of a dim red bulb. The photographs are disturbing at first. They are perhaps familiar, some of them. People that are lying down in odd positions, their eyes staring open in some cases. In other cases, their eyes are missing, or have been at least struck through with a knife. There are limbs, pictures of limbs with knife wounds, stab wounds upon them, blood seeping through them. And I think Eliza and Beneventia, I'd like you to both make stability rolls, please.
Okay. Stability.
Okay.
I'm going to add 1 point to mine.
Okay. Yeah, you make it. These are all familiar, these photographs. You've seen similar things on some of the cases that you've looked at previously over the last however long. But I think the one that gets you is the body of Robert Ferguson that is shown, in fact, close up of perhaps his face with his eyes having had something large and sharp stabbed through them. And there's, as you're examining these things, you hear Goldman call out. And as you turn, or as you turn to make your way out towards him, you hear the sound of somebody at the front door, or the front door being pushed open. And that is where we're going to leave it this evening.